There's hardly an American with access to a computer that doesn't buy something on the computer. I do, and lots of families do. Some of the basics, and in addition to that, some other things that may be just aspirational purchasing. But the interesting thing that's happened over the years is that we have allowed the internet retailer to have a different position when it comes to their tax liability. I talk to a lot of local businesses in Illinois, small businesses, businesses on the main street. Some of them think things are getting better, and I do too. They sense that the worst may be behind us and the future is looking brighter. But at the same time, they share with me the frustration they have currently now with customers coming into their shops and businesses looking for everything from running shoes to sporting equipment, you name it. And then just about the time when they've tried on the second or third pair of shoes, looked in the mirror, got everything squared away as to what they're going to buy, they sometimes pull out their phones, turn on an app, and take a picture of the barcode on the product. You see, there's an app which allows a person to find out where you could buy that very same product cheapest on the internet. So here's the local retailer doing their part to make a sale, and it turns out they get nothing from the experience. What's the advantage which internet sellers have over those who have businesses on the streets and highways across America? Well, one advantage relates to sales tax. In my home state of Illinois, the payment of sales tax on internet purchases is voluntary and personal. And if you don't declare it and pay it, it isn't collected. You're supposed to pay it, but many people don't. And so those selling on the internet, subject to local sales tax, in fact, aren't collecting that sales tax. I think that can change and should. Becky Anderson owns Anderson Bookstores in Naperville, great little town. She described to me how she loses critical sales every day because consumers walk in, ask her questions, look all over her shelves, and then buy an item online from remote retailers because they don't collect sales tax. Becky understands that most customers don't realize that they really do owe the sales tax to the state of Illinois and local units of government. They say, quote, "This runaway train may undermine more than our bottom lines. It's not a stretch to say entire Main Street shopping districts could disappear." That's Becky's conclusion, having watched what's happening with these internet sales not collecting sales tax. She talks about a local shoe store downtown in Naperville that was forced to close and lay off employees, strictly because of internet sales. A local business owner, Michael Abb, president of electronics in Glenview, Illinois, described in detail how our current system results in a built-in price advantage for internet retailers. Mike said that oftentimes with consumer electronics, the profit margin is 10% or less. App collects 9.25% sales tax. When an online competitor doesn't collect it and then offers free shipping, it's a huge advantage for his competition. Local businesses will never be able to compete if we continue to provide a built-in price advantage for online retailers by exempting them from sales and use tax collection. There was a time, I guess, and I heard the argument here, that we didn't consider the sales tax for online sales because the argument was made that they may not survive. It's a fledgling industry. Well, that day is long gone. They are certainly not fledgling, they're in full flight. Over the past decade, online retail has become an important part of American commerce. Online retail allows customers to compare prices, shop around right from the comfort of their living room. At the same time, local businesses like Anderson Bookstore in Naperville compete with online retailers by trying to provide good customer service and the lowest prices they can. These local businesses also invest in our communities. They hire local workers. They pay local property taxes. They are involved in communities, supporting baseball teams and charity efforts in their community. They are our neighbors, and they deserve a fair shake. Last year, Senator Enzi, Lamar Alexander of Tennessee, and I introduced the Marketplace Fairness Act. We had 7 additional co-sponsors: Senators Tim Johnson, Senator Bozeman, Senator Jack Reed, Senator Blunt of Missouri, Senator Whitehouse, Corker, and Pryor. We recently added Senators Bingaman and Cardin. This bipartisan group of senators understands we've got to do more to ensure a fair marketplace for American businesses. The bill will level the playing field for Main Street business and eliminate the current built-in price advantage given to online retailers. It allows states to treat brick and mortar retailers the same as online retailers by providing two streamlined approaches for states to require both to collect sales and use taxes. The bill also includes a small seller exemption that will ensure small online retailers are exempt from the requirement to collect state sales and use taxes. The notion here is if Grandma Franken has an apple butter recipe and makes a few cases each year to the delight of all of her neighbors, she won't be burdened with this responsibility of selling it online and collecting a sales tax. Let me be clear. This bill does not impose any new taxes, period. This bill does not raise taxes, period. It does not amend the Internal Revenue Code at all. It's simply a collection issue that for too long has put local businesses at a disadvantage. The real job creators in America, many of them are the small businesses in our communities that struggle to get by every day, and when they get better and they get well, America gets well. Now's the time to help these retailers. It also is going to help state and local budgets, those that are trying to make ends meet in a tough economy. I hope that we can get this done and done quickly. And one thing I'd like to add, the largest online retailer in America, Amazon.com, supports our legislation. We're not at war with online retailers. They have concluded that it is best to have a uniform, streamlined system that uses available software for collection from a retailer and distribution through the state departments of revenue. It is voluntary. We don't impose a mandate on any state to adopt this, though I think every one of them will, and it moves us finally in the direction of fairness. Fairness not only for those who are doing the bricks and mortar sales, but fairness for all customers and all retailers across America. I commend this bill to all my colleagues. If you truly believe, as many of us have spoken time and again, about the value of small business to economic recovery, most small business people will tell you this is a critical element in their competitive edge and their ability to hire more people and be profitable in our communities all over the nation.